Alright, here we go. This is actually game 2 of Eddnamed versus RXDS10 in Tipsy 3000's February 1v1 Iron Man ladder. Game 1 did go to RXDS10, and Eddnamed has chosen Nesthorn as the counter map. So, Eddnamed with probes, and probes are the best way to get mid first in Nesthorn. RXD with soldiers, so it will probably be Ed getting this mid first. It does look like they are both rushing to mid. Ed putting the soldiers down, probes down. He does have 4 more to get, but RXD getting the soldiers down first. And now it is a race to... No! RXD has soldiers, and he has a lot more down, and he will be able to control mid right now. But Eddnamed putting down an armadillo there. RXD chasing him down, but putting down a dillo to fight off Ed. And Ed has so little life left. Will he be able to get away? There is an armadillo there. Oh, and RXD lands right on top of him with a melee to get the first blood. And the Bird Keeper here now respawning using his Green Sea Bomber. And RXDS is reinforcing mid with these 4 infantry. Ed is dropping creeps over here let's see if he can take this. There are 2 dillos dropped for RXD, and that they pretty much take care of those infantry that were dropped. Ed does have to retreat to his forward. There is a full queue of dillos here for Ed, and he will just start ferrying them over to the mid. But there are a lot of dillos over here for RXD as well, and he is just dropping and using his melee to hit all these bombers, or all these dillos. And Eddnamed does go down to all those dillos sitting there. And Eddnamed already calling the early preemptive GG. And RXD does look like he will also take this forward, because there are so many dillos here surrounding. And it does go neutral. Ed bringing creeps to keep it. There is only 1 light up for him. RXD bringing 2 soldiers and dillo. This will probably go to 2 lights for blue. And Ed has so little life, he probably will go down again, and he does. He does have a full queue of dillos, but RXD has a full queue of soldiers. Ed respawning, and he is not having a good time in this match. Now, Ed dropping some in mid, and it will just get taken care of. Again, it's the same thing over and over. Every time he drops infantry, RXD just needs to either drop himself or drop dillos to be able to fight them off. Ed has a full queue of Seekers here. That is very interesting. He has no dillos, he just has Seekers in queue, and he backs away. He has more than half life left, so he probably can get away. RXD does not pursue. And now here he goes with his Seekers, and he's probably sending them to capture. Is he just gonna... He's probably just gonna Rambo this. Oh no, he does have dillos in queue, and so they do take shorter to build, so that's probably a good reason, and they move faster. So these Seekers are going up first. RXD cannot fight these off. There's too many Seekers. There's 5 Seekers there, and that does force RXD back. He is bringing some dillos to be able to fight this off, but he's not going to be able to support them because there's too many Seekers there. Now Ed is helping his dillos attack this. He is slashing away, but he does not. He's almost dead. Oh, but the Seekers do take down RXDS, and then this outpost does go neutral. Eddnamed will be able to clean the rest of these up, as RXD is just now respawning. He will be able to take care of them before RXD gets back. He does drop 2 more armadillos, but once this... Oh, and Eddnamed goes down to those dillos. Oh man, this is just an exchange here. This now will probably... Well, RXD does not have any money left. He is only enough to queue up these soldiers, but there are more dillos over here than blue dillos than green dillos. Eddnamed dropping, but all those dillos are just going to shoot straight at him. And there are... This base is just straight neutral right now. And RXD just ferrying units from mid to this forward, and Ed is just trying to fight it off with his melee attack, but there is he has 11,000 in queue. He probably needs to just start spamming either Dillos or Seekers or do what he did just earlier. And he is going to go down. No. He does Viking Dance away from RXD, dodging the bombs. He does Viking Dance back down after flying away. Oh, but he almost gets back to his base. So close. This fort, this outpost is neutral. RXD is going to drop more Dillos here. Ed is respawning. And RXD cleaning up all of these armadillos. There are actually only 2 armadillos left for blue as well. But RXD not stopping with the pressure. He has dropped infantry and Dillos over here at Ed's close. But Ed does take down RXD, and now this is an opening for Ed. However, this base does go neutral. There is 1 light up for blue that will probably go down before Ed drops these. And right now, Ed does have control of both of his side's outposts, and now he's starting to ferry units over to mid. Let's see if he can take this. He is ahead of the Dillo count right now, and he does take down. Oh, RXD does take down Ed, and once again, all the Dillos that have been dropped are cleared out, and Ed is so frustrated with this. And now this completely empty fort is going to be dropped by RXD. No, he decides not to drop because Ed was coming back. RXD is going to go for the economic game. He is queuing up moneymakers, and he is going to go for just a straight up units advantage. Ed is going for the economy harass. Looks to take down a moneymaker, but does get chased off by RXDS10's reaction and response over there. But he is going back once again, but it gets intercepted kind of inadvertently by RXD. And Ed is dropping bombs over here at the moneymakers, but they're 2 ratchets, and it'll be really hard to take that down with bombs. Now Ed doing a nice arc here with his bombing run. It's really hard to intercept if they take strange paths like this. And Ed is doing it one more time. He's doing it over and over again. He has a full queue of Dillos and 26,000 in the bank. And it's just bombing and bombing and bombing. He has no units over here. RXD could probably... And Ed is just selling for experience. RXD has to rebuild these socket units on this side, and that gives Ed free reign to bomb all these units over here. RXD comes back, but both moneymakers are gone already. Now RXD rebuilding his moneymakers, and Ed still has full queues of Dillos. And it looks like he is just doing the build to sell for experience, which is sort of working. RXD has been ahead this whole game and is 2 levels ahead. And right now Ed is just buying, selling, and bombing. And RXD is doing what he can to intercept, but Ed is taking these really strange flight paths. Now has 4 creeps. And drops them at RXD's close, and RXD does have to drop and take care of these, which gives Ed another opportunity to do a more concentrated bombing run. And once again, buy and sell, bomb, and run. And RXD is just waiting. He is already level 7. But I do not think he has Goliaths in his loadout. Ed taking another really strange turn over here, really strange flight path over here, and RXD does have to respond to this attack on his forward. It does have 2 bulbs down. Ed has 2 bulbs down. He has 1. He does neutralize his base. RXD has to pick up creeps to be able to retake it, but RXD does have a Bertha in queue. Ed once again buying and selling. He is still level 5. He's almost level 6. He just levels up just now, and now he's only 1 level behind, and he also starts with the Berthas. 1 Bertha out for RXDS10, and 5 Berthas in queue for Eddnamed. 2 Berthas out now for RXD, and they are wailing on this outpost, but there really aren't any units here to do any damage to. And RXDS is taking a very cautious approach to this attack, and he is not trying to drop, he's not trying to push. He's just sitting back and building his economy and waiting to just get enough units to do a solid push, and also to drop all these Berthas. And he does have 3 grinders in queue, and now Ed's Berthas are shooting at this at this clump of units in on the front side of the left side of mid here for RXD. RXD selling these money makers because I guess he doesn't feel like he needs them. Ed has 54,000, 55,000 now. Oh, now he queued up 2 grinders, and now he just has a big, huge force here of Dillos, Seekers, and eventually grinders. There are more Berthas going down for RXD, and he does have a full queue of grinders up. And it's just kind of become a waiting game to see who can get their units out on the field first. Ed repositioning his Berthas, trying to flank the Berthas that are already sitting there for RXD, but RXD is sending these grinders over here on attack, or at least capture, and they will take down those neutral units over here at the top on his side of the path of mid, or path to mid. Oh, they're actually pretty much already. There's already 1 tank that's gone, and RXD is using these grinders to drop them at Ed's close. And they already take down 1 armadillo. Ed is trying his best to micro them away. He has more grinders in queue to counter because, the direct counter to grinder is grinder, unfortunately. Right now, Ed has been able to take 1 armadillo out, but these grinders are going straight for this armadillo, and what is he going to choose to do? He picks up the grinders, micros them around, and drops another grinder. And he does have a slight advantage with the outpost here, but it will go neutral now, and RXD will be able to get 1 bulb up for blue. The double grinder fight on that side. Oh, RXD drops a grinder over at the huge clump of units for Eddnamed. Ed is bringing a grinder here to respond, and he does evacuate his Seeker. Oh, he micros that out very well. Now it's a 2-to-1 grinder advantage in that area for Eddnamed. And RXD will take this base eventually, but Ed is now dropping grinders at mid. This base is neutral with 1 blue light up. There are a lot of green units around here as well, and a lone grinder going to be cleaned up by Ed. A lot of blue infantry coming in here for RXD, and this probably will go up to RXD. No, Ed intercepts the infantry on the way in and slashes this back down to neutral. And 2 grinders here. They are going for RXD because he's in the way. Oh, and he levels up just in time to save his life. Ed has a lot of Seekers, a lot of grinders over here, and a lot of Berthas also. This Bertha is going to go down for RXD, and Ed does go for it. And Ed does get taken down by RXD. And this outpost is going to be completely open for RXD to slash away at, especially shoot with his infantry. Ed is respawning with his 3 colorful birds behind him, but this base does go blue, and RXD drops a grinder, which actually will not go for Eddnamed. Grinders do not target AirMechs. And Ed is just slashing away and does manage to neutralize this outpost. RXD did not drop any of those defensive infantry that he had queued up. And it goes back down, it goes back to green, and Ed is dropping Armadillo to defend from those infantry drops. And just so many units over here for Ed. A lot of Bertha, a lot of Grinder, a lot of Armadillo, a lot of everything. And RXD bringing more infantry over there, forcing Ed to react. Ed has to come back down here and take care of him. And now, in the meantime, RXD will do a base scout. He does see the front door is completely wide open. There is absolutely nothing over there for Ed's in front of his fort. And now, what will he choose to do? He's queuing up a moneymaker. So he is still trying to go with the econ build, but Ed here with the push. He is pushing a lot of Seekers and a lot of Grinders. Will RXD notice this? He does see it now, and so he will be able to have time to react, except there's so many Seekers there that RXD will have no choice but to try to deal with it with units versus himself. He does put his Berthas in line to shoot in the incoming line of units. He does have a lot of Grinders over there in the front, but so many missiles following him. There's got to be at least 6 to 7 Seekers over there. Ed does go down. There's 2 hats, and the fire of RXD does take him out. And now RXD has another Grinder in queue. That huge push of units is coming. Ed has more Dillos in queue, and he is respawning right now. RXD does get a lot of Seeker fire on him and does not get back to an outpost in time. That outpost, it was neutralized. And now it goes back to green. Now the mid is belonging to Eddnamed. And RXD has no choice but to drop just random creeps. He's queuing up more Grinders, but I do not think this will be enough to take mid. And all those units are still coming. Those units were not set on capture, they were set on attack, and they are going for RXDS10's next outpost right now. So even if Ed loses this, he still has a huge line of units coming for RXDS10's next outpost, which is right here. And Ed picking up level 4 creeps, retaking mid, and will have a huge support with all of those Grinders and all of those Seekers. RXD bringing infantry over here, but will be just destroyed by Ed's melee. RXD going for Ed's close. This Grinder and Seeker push, strangely enough, is going straight for RXDS10's main. Now Ed with a short distraction there from RXDS10. Cleans up those infantry, and now Ed is bringing more high-level creeps to RXD's close. Now a lot of creeps here for RXDS10. This mid might go neutral, except there's a lot of Armadillo over here for Ed. A lot of Grinders going straight for RXD's outpost. Actually his main fort, and he is forced to deal with those random creeps and probes that were dropped over at his close. All those Seekers are actually all cleaned up, but there are still those Grinders. No, that was the very last Grinder in that push that was going for that fort. So right now, Ed has done a very good cleanup job of all those units in RXDS10's mid. And now it's RXDS10's close that is under contest. And the infantry spam right here is all that's happening. Ed has given up on spamming infantry at RXDS10's close. And now Ed with a full queue of Armadillo, and he's just dancing around here with a lot of level 4 creeps, and they're so powerful. He will have probably no. RXD has a couple bulbs up there, but Ed bringing more creeps down and dropping them far so he can start slashing away. But RXD takes care of those creeps very quickly with his melee, and Ed does get away there with no energy. And now Ed with the Dillo spam. No, he is not spamming Dillos. He just dropped 2. He is going pretty much what RXD did, and he is queuing up moneymakers. Now ferrying his Berthas to the other side, to the opponent's side of mid. RXD bringing the level 4 creeps over here, and they will neutralize this outpost very quickly unless Ed does react just like he did now. And he is chasing RXDS10, but RXD does get away. And Ed filling his sockets with moneymakers, trying to get the advantage now. Except RXDS10 is attacking these Berthas. Will he be able to get that second one? No, Ed does save it. And put it back. He puts it back down. And RXD is so low on life, and Ed does slash him down with his melee. And now reinforcing with Seekers, Berthas, and Dillos sitting here at mid. And RXD queuing up grinders. And Ed just ferrying his Berthas to the other side here. There is only one Bertha on this side for RXDS10 to contest the other ones coming in. There are so many here, and Ed drops a protective grinder right there in front of the Berthas. And he has all the Berthas just sitting here right in the same spot. They are actually taking fire from this... No, this Bertha was... The other Bertha was repositioned. And right now, Ed almost taken RXDS10's forward. It's so... And it goes down to neutral. And now RXD waiting for creeps, needs to grab those creeps to be able to take it back, but Ed does kill that Bertha off. Eddnamed with 3 grinders in queue, ferrying Seekers over to this side of the map, and Berthas. Now RXD going straight for the close and does get taken down by Ed right there. And RXD leaves the game. This game goes to Eddnamed. He wins. Yeah. Wow. What a comeback there. Whew. And Ed will finish this off fairly quickly. And the AI for RXDS10 is just going crazy. Goes down to Seekers. And all Ed has to do is queue up some attacking units and send them off. And Ed bringing 2 Dillos straight to the front door. Trying to kill off this AI as quickly as he possibly can. Getting this grinder from behind, and kills it super quick. His other units should be coming for it right now. Yes, there are a lot of Armadillo here coming. And the AI for RXD is actually defending pretty well, surprisingly. The AI bringing the grinder away from the fort. Okay, that's a bad move. And it does go down to enemy creeps. So now Ed just sending all of his Armadillo to attack, bringing as many as he can to the front door. And the AI goes down super fast. And now, this is officially GG. Game 2 goes to Eddnamed, 1-1. Stay tuned for Game 3.